Arun, sir.
Sir, shall we start?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Muniraj, sir.
Good
Good evening,
evening
sir.
to all engineers. It's a happy moment to have you all for the 92nd webinar, a weekly online lecture series, Engineers Talk, being organized by IEI Salem Local Center in commemoration of its 30th anniversary celebrations. I would like to invite the chairman of IEI Salem Local Center to welcome the guests and the gathering. Please, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Respected today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. C. Muniraj, sir, Professor and Head of EEE, Knowledge Institute of Technology, Salem. Our beloved Honorary Secretary, Dr. C. Dauni ma'am, beloved Armugam, sir, dear committee members, engineers, talk organizing team members, distinguished IEA members, invited guests, faculty members, students, our IEA staff, T. Thiago, and participants joining us from various part of Tamil Nadu. Good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the 92nd special webinar of our Engineers Talk series, organized under the aegis of the Interdisciplinary Coordination Committee as part of the 30th anniversary celebrations of our IES Local Center. Over the past, again, few, we can say proudly, few again years, this online lecture series has brought together engineers, academicians, researchers, and industry experts to share knowledge, insights, and experiences across diverse domains of engineering. Today, we continue this journey of learning with a very relevant and timely topic, OBE philosophy, NBA, which plays a vital role in outcome focused engineering education and continuous quality improvement. Today, we are honored to have Dr. C. Muniraj sir with us today. With his vast experience in academics, leadership, and accreditation processes, he is uniquely positioned to guide us in understanding the philosophy, processes, and best practices of outcome-based education, especially in the context of NBA accreditation. On behalf of the Institution of Engineers, India, Serum Local Center, I extend my heartfelt welcome to our distinguished speaker and also to all our participants who have joined us here on Zoom from various parts and organizations. Actually, your active presence and enthusiasm keep this series vibrant and meaningful. I'm confident that today's session will be enriching and thought-provoking, giving each of us valuable takeaway to enhance our teaching learning practices and academic quality standards. Once again, I warmly welcome you all and wish the session great success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for welcoming everyone. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the chief guest and the keynote speaker of today, Dr. C. Muniraj, Professor and HOD, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Knowledge Institute of Technology, Salem. He did his bachelor's at Singundar Engineering College, Erode, and master's at K.S. Rangasamy College and PhD at Anna University. He started his career as a lecturer at K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology and climbed in the career ladder as assistant professor and associate professor and professor and HOD at Knowledge Institute of Technology. He has to his credit published 26 papers at international journals and 13 papers at national level journals. He has attended 14 international conferences and 12 national level conferences. He has implemented several projects sponsored by All India Council of Technical Education and Indian Electrical Electronics Manufacturing Association. He has 2 patents filed to his credit. He is member in various professional bodies like IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and IST, Indian Society of Technical Education. He has attended numerous short-term training programs, STPs, and faculty development programs, FTPs. He has organized various sponsored STPs and FTPs. He has received many awards during his education and career. And to name a few, he is university rank holder in an university. He is also a recipient of Career Award of any teacher by All India Council of Technical Education, New Delhi. And he has visited many foreign countries for attending international of IEEE. With these words of introduction, I would like to invite Dr. C. Muniraj to present on outcome-based education, the philosophy in the context of NBA. Over to Dr. C. Muniraj. Sir, please.
Thank you very much for a very nice introduction, sir. It's very pleasure to meet you all in this forum. Very good evening to all my fellow faculty members and engineers and professionals. This is a great pleasure and really thank that IEI India for giving this wonderful opportunity to meet all the people in online. I'm so happy to share my expertise, my experience to all my fellow faculty members as well as my professional engineers. Thanks once again. Thanks to IEA Salem chapter. With this brief, let me share my screen. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Thank you. So today we are in the living in AI world. So today era of educational system is entirely transforming into digital platform, and also that AI is coming in a big way to enhance our learning platform as well as that our student teach learning ability as well as our faculty teaching enhancement aspects. In this era, our government of India very keen to deliver the engineering graduate in a skillful manner, as well as that the graduate should be have a ability to handle all the complex problems which is arising in their professional careers. So that is the purpose. Our government of India also introduced the NEP 2020. In all initiatives, they're focusing on outcome-based education. So that NBA also is revised guidelines as well as criteria to based on NEP. So new criteria and guidelines already is implemented for especially for educational institution going for accreditation. They should follow the new guidelines as defined by the NBA. In this era, the philosophy of the outcome-based education as a professional engineer as well as fellow faculty members and professors, we must understand that how we can deliver our product as a student, as a graduate to that professional world in a knowledgeful, skillful attitude. So three component must have a student to take the complex problems to get a solution for the problem. That solution should be viable and also it must be the indigenous solution. In these aspects, in India, engineering program in India as offered by regulation for the AICTE, it is a two different accreditation processes or there. One is tier 1 accreditation process, another one is a tier 2 accreditation process. Tier 1 is especially for autonomous institution. Tier 2 is for non-autonomous institutions. Now that NBA is revised both tier 1 and tier 2 in a beautiful manner, in a very systematic and sequence manner. But earlier, the SIR readers, some redundancies is there, but this new SIR and guidelines will clearly define the step-by-step aspects. So at present, 90% of engineering college academic non-autonomous and tier 2 institutions. Now it is slowly is increasing autonomous institution status, right? So National Board of Accreditation is established 1994 under the section of 10U AICTE Act. The later 2010, the NBA has become autonomous. The MOU and rules of NBA were amended in April 2023, administratively as well as financially independent of AICTE. India became a permanent member of Washington Accord in 2014. The NBA since 2015 requires that engineering programs are conducted in the framework of outcome-based education. After 2015, our India is full-fledgedly implement OBE education in engineering professional. So this is a Washington Accord. This recognizes substantial equivalence of the program accredited by the signatory countries. So India, Pakistan, Malaysia, these are all the countries also signatory membership in Washington Accord. In accreditation, everybody knows that accreditation is the process of quality assurance and improvement, whereby the program and approval of institution is critically appraised to verify the institution or the program continues to meet or exceed the norms and standard prescribed by the regular form time to time. It's like a quality. It is getting a recognition for the quality. If the program is adhere the NBA guidelines, NBA regulations, the accreditation will be given to the particular program. As for the NBA, the accreditation is only for the program, not for institute, not for the department. If the accreditation is, if you go for the accreditation for the BE Electrical and Electronics Engineering program or BE Electronics and Communication Engineering program, the accreditation is only for that particular program, not for the department, not for the college. It's kind of recognition which indicate that program fulfills certain standards. Program and not educational institution are considered for the accreditation by NBA. So the outcome is the buzzword. Now all the institutions, not only for engineering institution, in arts and science college, paramedical, hotel management, all kind of institutions now adopting the outcome-based education. It is a outcome is what the students will be able to do at the end of the program or end of the course or end of the instructional unit. So outcome-based education is the approach to education in which decision about the curriculum are driven by the exit learning outcome that the students should demonstrate at the end of the program or course. So at the end of the BE Electrical Electronics Engineering program, what the graduate can able to perform in an engineering professional career. That is the specific outcome which is focusing on outcome-based education. End of the 4 years, after the 4 years, once the graduate is getting into professional career, how they are performed, how they are exhibit their knowledge level, how they are apply their skill level, how their attitude is in the professional career. So based on that, we have to define our curriculum, delivery, assessment. All the three components in teaching learning process must be in line with outcome, which is going to be performed by our graduate after graduating from our program. That is a specifically outcome. Earlier it was outcome output education. Now it is shifted to outcome educations. So this is the engineering education practiced until 2015, right? So this black diagram is showing that once school student enter to institution, how the stakeholder giving the input like a university, state government, AICT, NBA, parents, industry, technology, these are all the stakeholders. So institution offering the undergraduate program, engineering or management or faculty academic process, it is produced. Now engineering graduate passing from examination and as for the market factor, social factor, economic factor, it's seeing once is after that the placement through gate or the student may be opted for entrepreneurship. So this is the education system 2025. So the curriculum and syllabi is defined by the university. So the institution is following the curriculum syllabi defined by the universities. But engineering education OBE framework it entirely is shifting in other directions. So graduates of 12 students enter to the institution, they're selecting the program and produced, taking the input from the different kind of stakeholders. And they define that engineering graduate with defined abilities through POs, PSOs, and COs. Again, and seek that social factor, economic factor, or involved after 4 years. What is the program educational objective you define? Whether the graduate is after 5 years, whether they met your program educational objective or not, you need to be measured. And if it is opted for the higher studies, they whether it's qualified in the GATE or GRE, GMAT, CAT exam, or it is turned into entrepreneur. Earlier, the PO, PSO, CO is not defined and PO is not defined. But in OBE, we must define our outcome. After that, we need to frame the entire curriculum, syllabi, teaching learning process, everything. So before defining the curriculum structure, you have to define what is the outcome supposed to be delivered, supposed to be get the students once is graduated from your programs. So this is the entire OBE framework. So this OBE framework is adopted in the SIR. In NBA, we call it as a SIR, self-assessment report. So we need to fill the SIR copy and submit to the NBA if we want to NBA gradations. So SIR, it is a three part, part A, part B, part C. Part A is institutional information, part B is the department program information, part C is the common information. So this is the revised criteria for the NBA. You start from outcome-based curriculum for 120 marks, outcome-based teaching learning for 120 marks, outcome-based assessment is for 120 marks, student performance is 120 marks, faculty information is 100 marks, faculty contribution for 120 marks, facilities and technical support for 100 marks, and continuous improvement for 80 marks. And student support and governance is 120 marks. This is for institutional level criteria. Totally 1000 marks they're going to evaluate. This time the structure is very clear. First, you have to design the curriculum based on that outcome. Based on the PO, based on the PSO, based on the PEO, we have to define our program curriculum. After the curriculum, we got to define the teaching learning process, delivery method based on that outcome, and assessment also is based on the outcome. So once this designing process over, curriculum design over, teaching learning process once is over, assessment once is over, we want to measure the student performance. What is the student outcome attainment? What is the student result? What is the student graduation result? Everything we want to measure from this. And what is our faculty competence? What is our faculty competency for support for the outcome-based education? What is the faculty achievement? What is the faculty contribution, especially for publication, research and development, learning material developed, these aspects? What are the infrastructure facilities we have to support the outcome-based educations? So how many lab we have, how many academic laboratory we have, how many other laboratories, industry related COE laboratories we have. And then the eighth one is the continuous improvement. So once this one batch is one particular year is completed, we have to take the measurement and whether it is improved or not. If it is not improved, what is the action supposed to be taken to improve the attainment? So next one is the student support governance. This is the institutional one. So what all the student support system is there? Career guidance, placement, training, sport facilities, and social related NSS, YRC, Rotaract Club regarding facilities, and governance. What does the institution governance structures look like? So this is very systematically given the criteria for the in the new SIR format. So this is the NBA aspects, new OBE framework. So let me take one case studies and explain that how the philosophy works, right? So let me take our framing. Let me. So in OBE framework philosophy, it is involved designing the vision of the program and the mission of the program and program educational objective and course outcomes. So these are the 6 outcomes we have to define and measure and improve. So the first one, vision of the program, you have to define your vision. So as like that, to produce a technically competent electrical engineer with our some skills. What is the definition of the vision? It is a long-term goal framed in line with college vision. You have to frame your department vision in line with college vision. And framing source, it has to be framed by the department advisory committee, program assessment committee. And relevant facilities, you must have a program assessment committee for defining your vision. And in measurement, it not directly measurable. The vision is implemented by a mission and reviewed periodically whether your vision is reached or not. The responsibility team and person should be the PAC committee and head of the department of the particular department. To achieve the vision, we got to set the mission. Mission is a short-term goal to reach the vision. We have set our mission. 1, it's to provide the state-of-art facility. Mission 2, enrich the knowledge. Mission 3, develop the ethical and social values. It's a strategy to achieve the vision. It again has to be framed by the PAC committee, getting the different stakeholder feedback. And these are some facilities related to your vision. Related to your mission. These are some example facilities we created to support our mission. And through achievement of the PEOs only, our mission is measured. You need the responsibility team is PAC and the QAC Quality Improvement Committee, and head of the department is responsible for measuring the mission statement. So the next one is program outcome. So program educational objectives. The program educational objective is the statement which you have to define to reflect your program quality. It is the message to the stakeholder or student or recruiter. It shows that if the students take your courses, how can succeed, what we are going to deliver to the student. That is the statement reflect the program education objective. It is a career professional achievement expected after 5 years of graduation. After 5 years of graduation, how the graduate is exhibit their knowledge, skill, attitude. Again, it is defined by the PAC committee, getting the input from industry, experts, alumni, stakeholders, and faculty members. So this would be measured after 5 years, how your students succeed in their professional career. So for the measurement tool, you take alumni survey, higher education data, leadership role, employer feedback. You can get the data from this survey. You can measure your program education objective, whether it's meet or not. The responsible team is the PAC, alumni coordinator, department coordinator, HOD is the responsible team. So the vision, mission, PEOs, once it's defined, you got to adapt the program outcomes. 12 outcomes, now it is reduced to 11 outcomes. Program outcomes is defined by the NBA based on the graduate attributes. It is as a 12 outcome. One is engineering knowledge, problem analysis. You have to design the solution and investigate the solution. He has like this 12 attributes there. What it's look like that once your graduate, your student is graduated, they must exhibit this 12 attributes in their professional career. So based on that, you have to frame your curriculum structure, delivery, and assessment. So this is prescribed by NBA. You have to adapt this 12 POs. The relevant facilities. So what is your classroom facilities, laboratory facilities, teaching learning, material, ERP system, what do you have there? All the aspects support that POs. And the measurement, you have to map the course outcome to the program outcome, and you must get exit survey once the student is leave from your course. And you must have a team for PO mapping team and model coordinator. You must program coordinator. You must have a team for the quality improvement committee, PAC committee. These are all the administrative responsibilities for measuring or framing your program outcome. Another outcome is program specific outcome. This program specific outcome, the program department has to be defined based on the stakeholder input, based on the infrastructure which you have, and the program curriculum, what you have in your curriculum, and how you are deliver that curriculum, what is the special laboratory you have. Based on that, you have to define your outcome. This is the outcome is a unique outcome. This outcome is only applicable for the respective program, and the graduate coming from particular program is having a specific outcome. It is a domain specific outcome, right? That is the outcome only in your program, not in X or Y, Z college program. So that you have to define your program outcome based on the availability of the curriculum and availability of the infrastructure and availability of the other academic related activities. You have to define. Again, PAC committee has to be approved. It's a PAC is one of the administrative body, superior body to approve all the outcome statement. As we have that, we have a specific laboratories in our department. We have a American Megatrends International for embedded system, Gen automation for PLC automation system. We have energy audit center. We have a certified energy audit. We have energy audit center. We have a EANTRA laboratory facilities. All these facilities, we have support for our PSO. As like that, we have defined our PSO is our student have a capable of embedded system domain specific, so that we have embedded system laboratory. Our student have a automation system domain specialist, so we have automation lab. our student have an energy management specialist. We have a energy audit center have. So based on that, we are defined our PSOs. So again, these PSOs has to be measured with project only, so that the student has to undertake the specific project related to the domain. So that once you are evaluating the project, so from the project result, the PSO attainment can be calculated. Again, this is a PAC committee, and HOD and coordinator, project coordinator is responsible for measurement of this attainment. So another outcome is a course outcome. So this is a specific learning outcome from the each courses. So in your curriculum, normally 40 to 50, 60 courses are there. So each courses have a specific outcome. This outcome has to be defined by the course faculty members based on the content, syllabus content, and delivery methodology and assessment methodology, right? And based on the Bloom's taxonomy level, the course faculty has to be defined what is the learning level of the specific outcome, right? The learning level is start from L1 to L6. So knowledge, understanding, remembering, and apply, create, analyze, as like that. So first three are the lower order thinking, second three are the higher order thinking. Now the companies are expecting that engineering graduates should have a higher order thinking skills, because now we are in the AI revolution era. So all the lower order knowledge the AI can deliver. If the student can ask ChatGPT, the ChatGPT can give what is the Ohm's law, what is the Kirchhoff's law, and what is the basic thermal engineering law. All the law the ChatGPT can give, but we have the role how the law can implemented in a practical manner, how the new product can develop, how this engineering laboratory can oriented to the higher thinking aspects. So here we are the professional, so that we need to develop our curriculum to strengthen the higher thinking ability, so that each courses must have a defined course outcome. There is a measurable statement reflecting that knowledge, skills, attitude, record to map the based on the Bloom's taxonomy, revised Bloom's taxonomy level. Again, is designed the individual course faculty as per the syllabus, academic regulation based on the Bloom's level. There's a specific to the availability of the delivery methodology. Again, assessment tools. So in this assessment tools based on the direct assessment or indirect assessment. If you direct assessment directly measure the student attainment from the test score, assignment score, end semester score. These are all the tools you can use to measure the CO attainment. For the CO attainment, course faculty is the highest responsible. So they have to measure the CO attainment, right? So the PAC committee has to be validated and approved. If the CO is not attained, again, the action taken has to be taken to forward for the next batch. That is for the continuous improvement. So this is the philosophy in OBE framework, but OBE framework is structure is varying, depends upon the institution, depends upon the program. You can frame your own OBE philosophy, but it is within the framework and guidelines given by the NBA. So each program must have a outcome, assessment, delivery. So for the framing, you have to follow the top to bottom approach. First, you have to frame the vision. Next, frame the mission, program educational objective, and follow the POs and PSOs and COs. If you want the measure, you have to come from bottom to top approach. First, you have to measure the COs and that CO contribution to the POs, measure the POs and PSOs, After the PO PSOs, again you ought to take the survey to measure the what is the program educational objective, and one is the educational objective meet, and check out that whether your vision statement is reached or not. So this way you got to measure from bottom to top. So the statement and the framework, everything depends upon that infrastructure facilities, administrative facilities, program education, program curriculum, all things should be covered. Based on that, you have to define. So earlier education, output-based education, these are all the outcome is not defined, but OBE outcome-based education, this outcome must be defined before commencement of the curriculum structure. So in a tier 1 institution, tier 1 accreditation process, the curriculum has to be designed by the institutions and program and department. So while designing the curriculum itself, they must follow the outcome. Based on that outcome only, the curriculum has to be defined. But in a tier 2 institution, as like that in Tamil Nadu, Anna University defined the curriculum structure, so that we have to define the process. That process must find the gap of the curriculum structure. That gap, you have to take the extra program, additional program, as like a value-added courses or guest lecture or industrial visit or implant training. So these are all the additional program. It should support to that attainment of the your POPSOs. So once each academic year, once the student is passed out from the program, you have to measure the PO attainment of the entire batch. So once the PO is attained or not, if it is not attained, you have to take the appropriate action and for the next batch. So this way you have to improve the continuously to reach out your PO and PSOs and reach out your program education objectives. So this is the OBE philosophy normally we are following. And according to your program and your college, your institution, you can frame your own OBE framework, then assessment methodology also. And professional engineers who are working in industries, now they are looking, the graduate must have a problem solver, not identify as a problem. So that we are an educational institution, we must provide the graduate, they must have a ability to exhibit the knowledge, engineering knowledge, and engineering attitude and skills. So these are all the three components must have graduates, so that they, once they move to the professional society, they work and excel in our Indian engineering product. It is on behalf of the world product, so that our Honorable Prime Minister vision could be fulfilled, because that making India concept is now, it is giving a lot of outcome, so that we are an educational role, so that we must take it as responsibility and produce the quality graduates, so that our nation soon become a developed nation, as like our honorable former president of India dream. Soon our president dream will fulfill. 2035, our India become a developed nation, so that as a noble professional teaching, we should contribute to our nation growth. So with this brief note, I could wind up this session. Thank you for giving us wonderful opportunities. Now this forum to queries. Thank you. It is over to moderator. Thank you very much.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Balaganesh.
Yes, sir. Please.
Thank you for such a nice information about the outcome-based education, and particularly these things are very helpful for framing as well as measuring, sir. As a teaching fraternity, I'd like to get some insights on preparing the document at the earliest as possible, sir, because
Okay.
I believe that most of the peoples are struggling at for preparing these document at the end of the NBA work. I
Maybe you're muted, sir. Balaganesh, sir, you're muted. Balaganesh, sir.
hello, sir.
Yes,
Can you
yes,
hear
yes.
me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, sir. I would like to get some suggestions from you to do the process then and there, sir. Is there any way we can use any AI tools, or is there any template that we can follow which will cut down the last time rush and which will be helpful for then and their completion of the work for showing that our quality is good for the NBA team, sir?
Yeah, sure, 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 sure. Actually, uh, if you produce the quality preparation SAR, you have to
Yes, sir.
work. You have to work before 3 years submission, because
Sure,
every
sir.
that document SAR contains the 3 years data for evaluation. So if you decide that if you want to apply for the accreditation, you have to start with 3 years before. It is a basic thing. Whatever the process you're doing, you have to record all the process. All right. So what we are regularly, what we are other practicing is, they're not recorded that document. Right. Even small things you are doing regarding that, any teaching learning process or any designing process, all the document has to be recorded every in and there every time, so that end of the year you may get a cumulative database.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Every year you may get a cumulative database. So once while go for the applying that, in a single database you may get it, so that within a 1 month or 2 month you can complete your SAR document, you can easily apply, right? So the database, especially related to that, your teaching learning process, your delivery, your assessment, your admission process, your graduation, your result analysis, all the aspects, your faculty information, your faculty publication, all the data has to be recorded every year and keep in a single database, so that end of 3 years you may get a huge database. From the database you can design your SAR document very beautifully, and you can easily apply, sir. There is a correct way you can proceed in get a good document.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Palakni. I reply your queries.
Yes, sir, sure, sir. The hierarchy you told is really very informative for doing and those who are interested to do so, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Senadipati from Tyagaraja Polytechnic College.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Very good evening, sir.
Sir, very good evening, sir. So, regarding that COs we are framing for the every course, whether we will go for the unit wise, but some of the people they told don't go for unit wise. So normally they are given 5 COs. Normally we have 5 units for each course. We are keeping 5 COs for each course, but that is not the good practice like that. The eminent professors are telling while the coming for experts are telling like that. But for the attainment calculation purpose, we are doing for each unit. We are having we are framing a COs. But which is the good practice? Whether we'll go like that or that expert opinion, don't go with the unit wise. You can frame 5 COs, but it should be realistic one or measurable one as per your rightly pointed.
Yes,
So
sir.
that One question, sir. Another one is almost I have a friends like in almost most of the colleges. So when we asked, everybody says your OBE is not good. You are not practicing like that. Every expert is telling like that. The how to come out of that, because we are following that OBE framework. Whatever you are suggested, we are beautifully following from 2015. But at the end, the results from the expert in the exit meeting, they are simply telling OBE is not followed properly. So that's why this kind of comments we are getting. And the third question is whether we are going to, in engineering colleges, are you following that the PO attainment? Is there any PO attained for our engineers? But we up to PO, we are doing that attainment, COPO attainment. But is there any attainment calculation for POs? So
Yes.
these three things try to clarify.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Actually, your first question, whether how many COs or need to be framed, or either it's a 4 to 6, or either is a unit wise should be follow or not. Actually, sir, it is the expert what they say is correct. You should not go for that unit wise CO, but for attainment calculation, if you go for unit wise CO, it is very easy. That is the purpose. Most of the colleges preferred unit wise CO, but actually we are not designing the curriculum syllabi such a way that not we cannot go for that 4 to 6 COs. If you design your curriculum syllabi in a systematic manner, in a model based manner, you can go it as a 4 to 6 COs. It is not related to the unit wise. But our practice is we define our curriculum syllabi unit wise, model wise, so that each model have a one particular outcome, so that we defined or we framed our COs based on that model. So that this thing need to be clearly explained to the experts. So we are not go for the unit wise COs, sir. We go for the model wise COs because each model have a one particular outcome. So that only we are written 5 COs, sir. As like that, we need to be define our written statement. That is the first question. Second question, the OBE. So OBE framework, it is not a defined, it is not a as like a Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, as like a defined one, sir. Each institution or each college have their own OBE framework, and experts are understanding the framework is entirely different. So that OBE we can go in a different manner. As example, first PO is complex engineering problem, but actually we cannot go for the complex engineering problem in a right away, because we are solving the engineering problem, not complex engineering problem. If it is a complex engineering problem in the sense, if it is a nuclear disaster is take places, how we can give the solution for the nuclear disaster, that is the complex engineering problem. But in our curriculum is only the engineering problem, so that this is the understanding level of the each experts and the other professors, right? So based on that only they can evaluate, sir. So, but the OBE is understanding aspects. Every my understanding is in this way, I can say that this is not a one. You can go for alternate way. So based on that only, the different experts' opinions varying, sir. And third question, engineering POs. In engineering colleges, we are measure the POs after 5 to 7 years. So based on that alumni survey, just we are measured, not calculating the attainments, sir. We are measured whether our PE objectives are meet out or not. Based on the alumni survey or based on the employer survey, we measure that our objectives are meet out not, right? It's not attained, but the NBA is not asking that PO attainment calculations. So
thank you, sir. Really, thank you. Your presentation is excellent, sir. Very
thank
nice
you.
presentation. So the supplement to that, Balagana Vignesh, he has asked about that. So better we do that accreditation process without any consultant. Definitely, we can prepare a very excellent SAR.
Yes, sure, sir. Exactly. We should work because our strength is we knows. Senadvi, sir, you're muted.
Without consultant, we have to work, sir. That is the key thing, sir.
Because this is our program, our curriculum, we got to define, we got to deliver, we got to assess, and we got to calculate attainment, we got to find the gap, we got to take the appropriate action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is the success. We got 4 times 60 full accreditation, sir.
Yes,
6
sir.
So we have to work, sir. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Any more queries or shall we conclude, sir?
Yes, sir.
Participant? Okay, then. Thank you, sir. You have given a deep insight of OBE philosophy in the context of MBA. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite the Honorary Secretary of IEI Salem Local Chapter to propose vote of thanks.
So thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Most respected our chief guest and the keynote speaker, Dr. S.C. Muniraj, sir, Professor and Head, Department of EEE, Knowledge Institute of Technology. Our respected Chairman, Dr. K. Thangaraj, sir. Respected committee members from State Center and Local Center, fellow engineers, respected Armugam, sir, and Thiago, students from various organizations. Good evening to all. It's my great honor and a privilege to deliver a vote of thanks for the today's enlightening seminar on OBE philosophy and in NBA. So this is the 92 special webinar under the aegis of ICC. I feel honored and privileged to extend our sincere gratitude to all who made today's seminar on OBE philosophy NBA a meaningful and enriching experience. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker, our chief guest, Dr. C. Muniraj, sir, MIE, Professor and Head, Knowledge Institute of Technology, for taking time from busy schedule to share profound insights on outcome-based education and its alignment with the NBA accreditation. Actually, sir, clarity is explaining the philosophy, process, and the practical implementation will guide us in improving our academic quality and assessment strategies. Our heartfelt thanks to our beloved chairman, Dr. K. Thangaraj, sir. Sir, because of sir efforts in planning and coordinating and executing all the activities ensured its smooth conduct. I extend my sincere thanks to our engineer stock team members, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, sir, Dr. Kumaravel, sir, Dr. Engineer Arumugam, sir, Engineer K.S. Selvam, sir, for their constant encouragement and support. It's my privilege to thank Engineer Arumugam, sir, for his engagement and spend valuable time and efforts. I would like to appreciate Mr. Thiago for his dedication. Thank you. Once again, thank you all for your coordination, contribution to the success of this seminar. Let us take forward the essence of the OBE philosophy and strive for the continuous improvement in our teaching and learning process. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.